Red dye 3 is prohibited by the U.S. in some frostings, candies, and medications. The use of a synthetic dye that is often used to give meals and drinks a vibrant, cherry red color has been outlawed in the United States. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, said on Wednesday that manufacturers would no longer be permitted to use the dye, also known as red number 3 or red dye 3, after research that showed it to cause cancer in male laboratory rats. Even while people typically have much less exposure to the dye than the rats used in the trials, U.S. law mandates a prohibition if any connection to cancer is discovered. According to the FDA, the color is mostly utilized in icing, cakes, cookies, confectionery, frozen desserts, and certain medications. Several organizations, including the Center for Science in the Public Interest, petitioned for the ban in 2022. They contended that the dye ought to be prohibited because of its associations with cancer and the fact that many U.S. consumers, particularly youngsters, use it. The FDA banned red number 3 in cosmetics 35 years ago. In October 2023, California also outlawed the food additive in nations outside of the U.S., including as Australia, New Zealand, and the EU. It is prohibited. Long delayed is how the Center for Science in the Public Interest, a U.S.-based nonprofit consumer advocacy organization that has long advocated for the FDA's prohibition, remarked. The group's president, Dr. Peter Lurie, said in a statement on Wednesday that the FDA is finally resolving the regulatory conundrum of red 3 being prohibited for use in lipstick but entirely okay for giving to kids in the form of candy. Drug makers will have an additional year, until January 2028, to make adjustments, while food manufacturers utilizing red number 3 will have until January 2027 to reformulate their goods. The FDA said that the new prohibition would also apply to food imported into the U.S.